Welcome to my madness once again, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously today we're going to be taking a look at this Demona from the NECA Gargoyles line. I just picked this up, got it at Walmart. We'll talk about price at the end of the video, but we have got this thing here, and this is what we've got inside. This is only my second NECA Gargoyles figure, and the first one really did impress me. So kind of looking forward to getting this one out of the package and getting this one on display. But there we have it in the package. Let's go ahead, crack this girl open and see what we've got inside. All right, so we got her out of the package. We'll look at accessories real quick. First, she does come with a couple of fisted hands there, and she comes with a couple of open kind of clawed hands also for holding. Her other accessories, she came with this gun right here, which looks awesome. This is great. Love the paint job on this thing. Very good job there. And then same thing with this. She's got this one right here. I don't know, is that a harpoon gun? Not sure. Looks good. Paint's on point. Dig that. Then of course she comes with her mean Demona face. So she's got that. In addition to the one that comes on her, which I guess is supposed to be nice Demona. Although she was never really nice Demona in the show. And then of course, we've got her book. I forget what this thing is called. I remember it from the show, but I don't remember what it's called. And it actually does like open up, and you can actually flip through the pages and stuff, and pretty cool there. So we've got that, and now let's take a look at the figure. One of the first things you might notice about this figure is that the wings actually fit in my booth. When I did the Thalog review, which was the first one that I picked up, his wings like wouldn't even fit in the booth. So they were so big. So she's a little bit smaller, probably good for display purposes, a little bit easier to display her. Her wings don't stick out quite as much, but they did a great job on this. I mean, this thing looks awesome. Look at that face sculpt there. Really nicely done. We've got the detailing there on her rags, you know, that she's wearing. You know, not much going on as far as skin tone or anything like that. She's just blue. There's no texturing or anything, but still looks really good. You've got some paint in there where you've got some darker shades to kind of show off the tone. She does have her anklet there. Feet look good. I mean, really nice. She's got the bracelet there around her arm. Hair looks great. Now I did notice this one kind of suffers, not as bad, but kind of suffers from the same thing as the Thalog figure does, in that when you put her wings on, her head kind of looks down a little bit, just because her hair has to go over the wings, so her head doesn't look up as much as it does without the wings, because if you let go, she looks back down. Texturing on the wings looks really nice. Great paint job there. Same thing on the back. Looks really good. I mean, all in all, the sculpt and deco on this thing look amazing. They did a fantastic job. As I've said, been saying it a lot lately, been very impressed with NECA as of late, and this is certainly no exception. As far as articulation goes, it's standard kind of NECA articulation. There's some interesting stuff going on there with the feet just because of the size, in that this is about as far forward as you can get them. They do go back more, but as far as going forward, that's about it. Then of course you do have the joint there at the front, but pretty standard articulation. She does have bicep swivels, double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. She's got the bendy tail, which is cool, and that kind of acts as a tripod to kind of help stand her up, especially when she's got the wings on and she's got that extra weight on her. Looks really good. I mean, I got no complaints on this thing. So let's go ahead, do some comparisons here, and see how she stacks up to some other figures. All right, so first we got to compare it to the only other Gargoyles figure that I have right now, Thalog. Of course, I had to take his wings off to get him in the booth and next to her. His wings are huge, but this gives you a sense of just how big she is. He is a little bit taller than her. I've kind of got him crouched just a little bit. Normally he would stand up about 3/4 of an inch taller than she is right now. But still, I like that she's a fairly big figure. I think it works well for the line. I do, you know, kind of see the Gargoyles, even the females, as being bigger. And so I like what they did here. I think these two look great together. Obviously, I think Thalog has a little bit more on him as far as paint and stuff. You can see he's got more shading and stuff like that than she does. But I think it works for them. I think she works better without having that much shading on her. So I think it works for this. I think they look great together. Okay, so for some other lines in 6 and 7 inch scale figures to do some comparisons with, of course, on the left, we've got Marvel Legends, the new Sentry figure that just came out for our 6 inch scale comparison. And for other 7 inch scale comparisons, of course, we got McFarlane. This is the new Gunslinger Spawn. Now, this Gunslinger Spawn is a particularly tall figure, even for the line that he's in. So you can see she kind of falls in the middle of those two. Definitely she is a 7 inch scale figure, though. There's no doubt about it. You look at her compared to Sentry, who's supposed to be a bigger figure, and in fact in the line he is a little bit of a bigger figure than a lot of the other figures, and she just kind of towers over him. So this will give you a good sense of scale for this. Alright, so let's talk about price here real quick, and she goes for around $37, whether you pick her up at Target, which is where I got her, or some of your local shops, whatever it might be. I've seen her hovering around that $37 price range. And the question being, is it worth it? Hell yes it is. This is a fantastic figure. Look, it's got great sculpt, great paint, and the articulation is fantastic. And that's one of the things that's impressed me just about the line so far. And I'm only 2 figures in, but, you know, given the more kind of inhuman nature of the characters with the feet and the wings and the tail and everything, honestly, I would have expected more restrictions on articulation, and I'm really not restricted in any way. Well, certainly not in any way that any other, you know, action figure line might have restrictions when it comes to things like different shaped feet or, you know, hair that prevents the head from moving as much. Basic stuff like that. So I've been very impressed. This figure is absolutely on point, and I'm absolutely digging it. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about the line. Do you like these? Do you want to pick them up? Do you have this figure in particular, and what do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. So yeah, guys, very happy that I picked it up, and can't really say enough good things about it at this point. I'm very satisfied with this purchase. So thank you guys for watching, and always remember to enjoy your collection.